Hey, just giving you a rundown on my Rovan that I bought. It's a 26 Rovan Sports Badger. I paid, I think it was $5.70 for it delivered in Australia. Um, I've always wanted a HPI, but I just could never dish out the $1,500 for one. So I bought a clone, thinking it'd be rubbish, but it's been pretty good. And I hadn't had any problems with it, apart from hitting a gutter and bending the front chassis. But I replaced it with another one, and the top deck I bent it as well, so I replaced it with a Integi or whatever you want to call it brand. It was just another cheap thing on eBay. Um, it stiffened the front up a fair bit. I put a steel roll cage on it just for looks. The plastic one wasn't happy with when you pick it up, the whole car would bow in your hand. And I put a $70 straight out cheap eBay job muffler on it, which I thought it'd be just all noise, but after putting it on, it sort of leaned itself out a little bit, and it's got heaps more bottom end in it. And it is quite loud. It sort of sends me deaf. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with the car. But yeah, I've had it apart 2 or 3 times, and after bending the chassis, which I think I've got over here. Yeah, that was meant to be flat and straight. I bent it, but it's quite cheap, thin compared to the aftermarket job, which it's a billet machine bit, slightly different colour, but doesn't worry me. And the chassis, I gave it a good wallop in the front. I hit a gutter doing about 60k an hour. Those are the only things that I broke in it. That's got that style of body on it, which I only run very often. I got a Cyclone with a 5.5 turn brushless, and yeah, I broke the chassis on it today, hitting the gutter. I've done a good job on it, so I'm going to put a new carbon fibre one on it, so it'll look pretty tricky. But yeah, but with the Rovan, if you're not a serious racer or anything like that, and you just want one to beat around with, I don't see any problem with it. Just got to check things like your clutch bearings, and stuff like that. Just go over it. I pulled my heat guard off my engine when I fitted the pipe, and yeah, I've just sort of done a few things with it. Another thing as well is this blue bit of foam was actually sitting in one of the rear tyres. I thought that the foam in the tyre had actually pulled apart because it had a bulge in it. But I finally pulled the tyre apart, and for some reason that must have been wedged in the corner, and then I've run it's gone in the middle, and it's put the big googie egg in the middle. But I pulled it out, and yeah, 4 turns out on the top, on the camber of the rear wheels, because it was cambered in at the top real steep. That's the only thing I've really done to it. Well, that's the only problems I've had with it. But yeah, I've given it a fairly good flogging, and my dogs love it. But yeah, so if you're thinking about getting a Rovan and you want to save yourself $1,000, it's probably not a bad option. Just yeah, no worries. See ya.